Was from the book Little House on the Prairie, one of 9 in its series, all written by Laura Ingalls Wilder, portraying her adventures of living on the frontier. The little girl who lived in the log cabin and then on the prairie with her family couldn't have imagined that she would be an author of the best-selling series, receive her own personal medal for several of her books, and have her life recognized in not one, but 6 museums today. I present to you the lady who believed home is the nicest word there is, Laura Ingalls Wilder. Laura grew up in a loving family who traveled all over and hoped to tame the frontier. Laura was born in 1867 to Charlie and Caroline Ingalls in Pepin, Wisconsin. She was the second oldest in the family. Her books recount countless of adventures with her younger sister, Carrie, and her older sister, Mary. Just as the setting changed in her books, Laura's family moved from place to place as her father looked to make his mark on America's heartland. Amidst moving across the Midwest, Laura became a teacher at the age of 15. During her teaching years, she met Almanzo Wilder, whom she later married in 1885. A year later, they had a daughter named Rose. She would later convince her mother to write down all her adventures as a child. During their years together, Laura, Almanzo, and Rose moved a couple of times before settling on a 2,000-acre farm in the Ozarks of Missouri in 1894. There at Rocky Ridge Farm, with the encouragement from her daughter, Laura Ingalls Wilder began writing her first book. However, Pioneer Girl was rejected, so Laura changed the title and moved to writing in third-person perspective. She published her first book, Little House in the Big Woods, in 1932. She continued writing 8 other books, each describing her adventures in a new and exciting location. She completed her last book in 1943 at the age of 76 years old. For 5 years, a couple of her books were the runner-up for a Newsbury Medal. It wasn't until 1954 did the American Library Association inaugurate a Wilder Medal honoring her. The Laura Ingalls Wilder Medal was awarded to living authors and illustrators whose books were published in the U.S. that have made substantial and or lasting contribution to literature for children. Almanzo died first in 1949, and then Laura died in 1957. However, her stories still live on through her books today. You can find museums honoring her life and continuing her legacy in Missouri, Iowa, South Dakota, Minnesota, Kansas, and in Wisconsin. In addition, the Little House on the Prairie TV series, which began in 1974, still airs reruns today. These episodes are based on the books as well. Laura Ingalls Wilder's legacy of an adventurous young girl, beloved daughter, loving mother and wife, and the best-selling author still lives today.